So South Shore Restaurant Group. Expand on that a little bit more. Like, who's a part of it? Why did it start? When did it start? And what's the final result that you looking for with it?
Well, I mean, we South Shore Restaurant Group is the name of our company.
Okay.
Everything else is a DBA. So Lynn Chicago Pizza is a DBA under that. So it's one company, and then every project is under that. So that's how you're able to not deal with, as you know, when you're doing business, DBAs make it easier for you not to keep doing the same process over and over. So now we have an LLC, that's South Shore Restaurant Group. Now I want to do Lynn's Tacos, I just get a DBA under the same business, and I don't have to worry about the whole.
So it's like an umbrella.
Pretty much, that's the umbrella. So our first concept is Lynn's Chicago Pizza. Second concept is Aja Urban Italian. The next concept is probably going to be Lynn's Tacos.
I've seen some stuff on your menu, and even like how you prepare certain pieces and stuff. I'm like, I didn't even think about even putting that together. I'm a basic guy when it comes to pizza. I like just.
And most people are.
Yeah, I like just pepperoni, mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Those are classic toppings, but like right now, like our oxtail pizza is. It's such a hot commodity where I don't even do the oxtail pizza like that. I do it now. I do it twice a month.
Right.
But then this place is packed for a pizza they can only get if you miss it.
That's not even something that you think about.
No.
So you know what I'm saying?
I was inspired by the guys over in New York, Cuts and Slices. I was, as I'm doing research on pizza and looking for more black pizzeria owners and pizziolos, that was when I come in. I'm like, I'm like, oh, they in New York. I'm looking in Chicago, ain't nobody touch on this. So now, and like just the process, like when I think about even, you say pizza, but everything we do here, it has what I like to call urban Italian, because there's not just tomatoes, garlic, and cheese. It's the sauce is intricate. We use dry Mexican chilies to season most of our meats, and we use miso in some of our soups. So it's a lot of different cultures, because Chicago is a cultural city and has different pockets and different. So when I think urban, I don't think just when we think of words like urban, it's always think of us as black. But being urban just means being in the city. That's just a city term. There's a big countryside, urban. So, you don't assume countryside is just Mexicans. You just think it's country.
Right.
So ideally, that's why I came up with that, and I think. Myself and Lynn, we try to play on those ideas and influences, because that makes a different product. So you're not eating a pizza that's just like, oh yeah, I can just get this anywhere. No, people would literally go, oh, you might have the best pizza right now in the city. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said too. But then they hear it, they have confirmation from the thousands of people already that's been in these doors, And I think it's been kind of cool. And then to see that, oh my God, this is my work. This is something I've talked about, and able to finally put it out there to the world to a different degree on my own accord. Being a chef in restaurants, if you don't own it, it's pretty much what this person wants. I don't care if you're the owner. You could be the best chef in the country, but if you go work for someone else in their restaurant, hey, we know you're the best. And it's very few chefs that get that. Do what you want.
Right.
Not being an owner. Very handful, like small, minuscule amount of chefs can get that. Hey, here's my restaurant. You're the chef. Do whatever you want. Just make us some money. Now, here's my restaurant. Here's what we established. This is what we want. We need to execute that efficiently and make us money. So having the ability to do whatever I want, it's been kind of fun. Also kind of like scary too, because it's so much freedom, because now having those restraints, understanding this has to be done, but also having the restraints to know that if I fail, my life is pretty much, not hate to say over, but I don't have anything. Everything I have now is in this.
Right. Trust me, I can relate. I can relate personally. So you say you're from Chicago, right?
I'm from this neighborhood, Woodlawn. My restaurant is. I live in this neighborhood now. I grew up in the neighborhood, moved back. Now we opened a restaurant in the neighborhood. I'm like, that's crazy, because the best thing about it is I didn't realize how many classmates from all the schools. Actually, they stayed or they left and came back as well, or bought houses. I'm seeing my classmates from 6th grade coming into my restaurant, high-fiving me, like, oh man, I thought you moved to so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, where do you live now? I say, King Drive. Like, really? One of the apartments I grew up is right 2 blocks away from this restaurant right now.
Oh, wow.
So it's just, I'm in a Woodlawn community in Chicago, so it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm kind of glad to be here. But now that I'm back, I'm like, now I have this opportunity. I'm like, my goal is to build a restaurant group and restaurant concepts in this community that make it appealing, that live in this community. It makes it appealing. If you're going to be a student at university, and you're like, man, I can go get a good pizza, or we can go get tacos. We don't got to go to Hyde Park. If you're a person that wants to, who live in a community,
right.
You can leave your apartment, walk around the corner, and go have brunch on the patio. We have a patio that's about to get open. So it's like, the goal is the concept to build those same concepts that we get dressed up for.
Right.
You say get dressed up. I mean, get not dressed to dress up, but you gotta put your shoes on. You gotta put something nice on. Go, we're going to River North. Oh, they got this. We're gonna go to the Delta. I love the Delta. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't need to go to Wicker Park if I can create that same atmosphere here. There's a lot of working with partnerships with the community to make that happen, but that's the goal.
So, growing up, you never thought about what was your original aspiration? Like, was it like music or sports or something like that?
Wasn't music nor sports. I'm not a musician. I played sports. I mean, myself, my brothers and sisters, my kids. We all, we have some type of athletic ability, and we've all exceeded to where we're just like, all right. My son wins state in football and then quits football the next year. They're like, what? Like, I don't get it. As we were getting offers, my brother was a good footballer. My older brother is in the motorcycle racing business as an engineer, former racer, all that good stuff. My sisters were championship cheerleaders. So sports was always around, but ideally, I hate to sound like this, but it was one of those things as growing up, it was like, I could do so much, I didn't know what I can do. So my goal was just to maybe just be a journalist. I went to school for journalism, so I'm like, I'm gonna be a writer. I hang out with athletes. I hang out with musicians. I work at a record store, and I go to so it's like things like that. So I'm like, I can go write for The Source. I can go write for ESPN. I'm not gonna work for no one. I should be freelance, and I get to hang out at Diddy parties. That was it. That was my old mindset. Like, I went to New York. Hang out with the Knicks. I'm a big Knicks fan. I know the Bulls were doing their thing. I'm one of those people I gotta go against the grain. I think I really became a big Bulls fan when Dennis Rodman got here, because I love the differentness. I was like, okay, this guy's different. I followed NBA for a long time, so I knew what was up. But I think I really didn't have a clear focus of what I wanted to do. I wasn't ever one of those kids like, I'm gonna do this. 1 minute I want to be an actor. 1 minute I want to be an astronaut. 1 minute I want to be an archaeologist. I didn't really know, so it kind of was just glad that something fell and stuck, because I definitely was gonna be out there like, I definitely can promise you I would have been that guy.
Yeah. So